Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about the big coastal shutdown. If you don't know what I'm talking about, the Occupy movement had this big attempt today to shut down all the ports on the West Coast. It was not 100% successful, to say the least. They, for the most part, just slowed down work. However, they were able to shut down Oakland, and they had something of a shutdown in Canada, from what I understand. Portland also had a couple ships that were, I guess, prevented. In a way, a lot of people are downplaying this because they weren't able to get the massive numbers that they were during the first Oakland shutdown. But I frankly think that this is almost more impressive than that one, because we're in the middle of winter. You know, it's fucking cold outside. And we're in the middle of the Christmas season, which is a season where people don't like to protest. So to me, this was actually pretty impressive, especially the reach of the movement is pretty impressive too. That they were able to do the whole coast from Alaska. I know Texas isn't on the I guess West Coast, but they were able to get that far south, which is impressive. And I think it's especially impressive when you take into account that a lot of the organizations' occupied territories, the campments that they had set up, have been torn down. A lot of them have been raided at the very least. They've suffered a number of setbacks when it comes to that. And to have the resiliency to come back is impressive. I think if you don't view it impressively, I don't know what you want this movement to do. You know what I mean? I think that's the best words for it. It's resilient at the very least. I think what's also interesting, and the reason why I'm talking about this, is the lack of media coverage. It astounds me how much little coverage this gets from the American media in general. Because if I go on to any international, station, it might not be the top story in the world, but it's a story in the world. It's on there. If I go on to RT, it's going to be covered. They have people talking about it. You know what I'm saying? But not in the U.S. And I think it's something that happens with media when stuff's going on in their own country, like there's a protest movement in their own country, they will not cover it. Kind of like RT did not cover, or are not covering the Russian protests. Versus we are covering them. You follow? Everybody covers the other protest movement in the other country. They never really do a very good job of covering their own, which is very interesting to me. I think the other aspect of it is, why it's especially astounding to me, is because legitimately, I'd say that this is a pretty slow news day. This is something that you could really eat up if you're a political news agency, but they just kind of didn't, and it's kind of interesting to me. You can comment below. That's kind of my take on it. We'll see what happens. I think that a lot of what's eventually going to happen with the Occupy movement is unclear at this point. I think we got to wait till the spring to really see if this movement has serious legs. If there are massive amounts of people in the street during the spring, then that's a big deal. That's a big change. So keep your eyes on this movement would be my recommendation. You can do what the fuck you want, but my recommendation is keep your eyes on this, because if they're able to mobilize even an attempt that has some partial success in the middle of winter on a coastline, an entire coastline, that's a movement that's got something to it, or else it wouldn't be able to do that. It just wouldn't. That shows some level of energy, some level of power behind that movement. So I would definitely say that this movement is not dead. Keep your eyes on it. Wait till the spring. That's when you're going to know if this is going to go gangbusters or if it's going to fizzle out. Anyway, that's my take on it. If you got a different one, if you want to just call them, pot-smoking hippies, you can put it below. Go ahead. If you want to say that they're the greatest thing under the sun, that, I don't know. They're the greatest thing under the sun, just post below too. That's basically it. Subscribe, comment, rate. Have a great day, you guys. Bye.